Samsung officially launched the Galaxy A17, a mid-range device that comes to compete in the more accessible segment of the market, where there are several other alternatives, primarily from brands like Xiaomi or Realme, among others. This device is available in two versions, LTE and 5G. The launch has been somewhat quiet, but it is already appearing in European stores such as MediaMarkt and Orange. In terms of design, we find Samsung's familiar style, featuring straight frames and a vertical camera module. However, now this module is part of an island design that has been recently integrated. On the most recent and advanced devices is 7.5mm thick, making it remarkably thin and weighs 192 grams. It also provides IP54 certification for splash resistance. The display features a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED panel with full HD resolution and 800 nits of brightness protected by Gorilla Glass Victus. This is notable at this protection level, as entry-level devices typically use Gorilla Glass 3, but Samsung has upgraded this version significantly. Regarding the 5G version, we will discover that it includes an update rate of 120 Hz. Meanwhile, the LTE version will remain at up to 90%. However, in both versions, we will experience slightly more fluid movements. Concerning the cameras, the front one is 13 megapixels and on the back there is a triple camera setup. It features a 50 megapixel main sensor with optical stabilization, which is a crucial component for enhancing the quality of photographs, especially in low light conditions. The second camera has a 5 megapixel wide-angle lens and a 2 megapixel macro lens, and that's about it. Although these last two are expected to be somewhat simpler, the inclusion of the ultra-wide camera is certainly appreciated, as it is not very common in the entry-level range. The battery capacity is 5,000 mAh, supporting 25 watts charging. However, it is quite likely that the charger won't be included in the box. Lastly, when it comes to performance, we will encounter some variations. The 5G version carries an Exynos 1330 manufactured in a 5nm process, which will surely be one of its weakest points compared to some other rivals, although it is already a competitive enough processor, while the 4G version will use an even simpler chip. We are talking about the MediaTek Helio G99, architecture used by many other devices. However, do not be misled if you come across some competitors that include the Helio G100, G100 Ultimate, or even G200. They are essentially the same chip, so even though the name might not sound very modern, it will deliver a performance that is quite similar. Both versions will be available with configurations of up to 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage in their top version. They will also support expansion via micro SD cards. However, we must wait to see which specific versions will be released in different countries, as this can vary. In Mexico, Samsung brings the lowest version of RAM, but we will confirm this as the days go by. But its main strength is the software. Like many Samsung products, as it comes with Android 15 and One UI 7, although it is not the latest version. However, here's the fascinating aspect. Samsung promises to provide 6 years of updates for Android and security patches. This means it will be a device with a very long lifespan when it comes to software support. When it comes to the price, for the Galaxy A17 Passet E, we will find that the most basic configuration is priced at €199. However, keep in mind that prices here are not the same as elsewhere. On the other hand, the 5G version starts at €229. We will need to wait for Samsung to release this device in more regions to see how the pricing will adjust. Meanwhile, let me know in the comments if you believe this will be a competitive device when compared to other rivals.